All right. Just trying to see where my damn screen's at. Shows them live. No screen showing up. Of course it's not. There we go. Bam. We good. Come on in. I'm going to get on over and share this over on Facebook. Because my ass ain't doing Facebook today. Well, what am I doing here? Let's see. No, that's not it. It says I'm live, but I'm not. I don't know what it's doing. Let's just do a test in 1, 2, 3. All right, looks like we're coming up to showtime. All right, all right, all right. Let's rock and roll. Come on, let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember that noise? I screwed it all up yesterday. You're listening to the Rocci Stucci Show right here, broadcasting around the world from an undisclosed location. Man, we got some things to talk about. Rocci Stucci Show, StucciMedia.com. Let's go. All broadcasting from an undisclosed location. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this edition of the Rocci Stucci Show. I got my fresh cup of coffee, probably my fifth one. I had a cup of coffee last night at about 10 o'clock. You know, if you truly have ADHD, folks, I'm telling you, you can drink coffee any time of the day. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great problem to have. I'm just saying. Right now, as you guys can see, I am broadcasting on my YouTube channel. I'm using this new software, and I'm a little chicken shit. You know, I'm kind of a little chicken shit to try to stream in multiple locations and have screw-ups, right? But anyways, listen, check it out. StucciMedia.com. It's STUCCI, StucciMedia.com. Make sure you get your asses over there. I'm updating it. We're adding shows, articles, podcasts, a whole bunch of different things. If you have a podcast and you think it's ready to go, let me know. I can share your YouTube, just some of your YouTube links or whatever it is. I don't babysit shows. If you want some exposure, if you want some professional credibility, let me know. I also offer production services, post editing, all that other kind of stuff in regards to podcasting, sizzle reels, all the fun stuff. You know, I make people look sexy. That's what I do. If I can make this kind of look sexy, maybe we got something we can talk about, But yeah, anyway, StucciMedia.com. So what you're going to see a lot of times is a lot of what we're referencing, I'm going to minus this out, and I'm going to pull this down here just so I can see a little bit better, so I can see comments at least. A lot of the articles I'm going to reference is going to be coming from StucciMedia.com. All the shows you can, past shows you can go to StucciMedia.com. You can see right here. I'll do a screen share real quick, just so you guys can see. We do the fade screen share. So, yeah, we got Prather, we got Jeremy Hansen. We are the Hansons. Of course, look at that sexy son of a bitch. Abnormal Realities. You guys remember them, guys? This here, I got to fix this. This was not supposed to be like that. That's that lazy load crap. Right here, breaking stories. These are some of the things we'll probably talk about today. Elon Musk could acquire U.S. operations of TikTok under some new laws. Whatever. That got cut off. Don't know what that's supposed to say. We got a timeline of the fires. There's a lot of things going on. I think we're up to 24 people dead right now. That's just what we know. The fires are still burning. It's getting to a point to where people are just getting on with their life, and then we'll just obtain information whenever. That's how quick shit happens in this country. Isn't that crazy? But make sure you get on over, subscribe. We have a feature, if you can see on the top right there, it's an upload feature where you can upload. I think I got a couple tech issues in there I got to fix. I tried doing it yesterday, and I got it. I'll go and I'll have that fixed today. But if you want, you don't have to actually upload a video. If you have a link, you can just put the link in there, and we'll pull that video so you can get credit for your clicks over on your YouTube platform or Vimeo platform or Vim. What is it? I get the two screwed up. All right. I just want to do a quick double check. I want to go into my YouTube here real quick. I just want to make sure. Let me do my transition here again real quick. Boom. What's up? I just want to make sure that everything is coming through and that we're broadcasting, because I'm a chicken shit. I'm not even lying. I am. I'm a chicken shit. Is this the one? Let me turn this down. No, that's not the one. It's not the one. Rocky, live right now. That don't look like I'm live right now either. Oh, this is so dumb. I think I'm live. I'm supposed to be live. Let me hear. I posted on Facebook. Let me see if my Facebook link will take me to where I'm supposed to go. This is a big problem with social media. Let me see. Let me hear my sexy self. Can I hear me? Social media. Oh, there I am. Okay, so I'm live, but apparently if you go to my YouTube channel, it's very difficult to find. I don't know why. It's not showing that it's live there, but whatever. We're just going to go and we'll worry about it later. But I got a question for everybody. I like Elon Musk. I really do. I always have kind of, don't agree with, a lot of what he says. I don't agree with a lot Trump says. But there's certain things that get me nervous because let's go back for just a second. Think about the things that we complain about a lot, right? In regards to these corporations. We complain because we have companies that literally own everything. And we've been posting about that for a long time about, was that BlackRock? BlackRock owns so much. It's unbelievable how much they own. And when you have somebody like a BlackRock that's consuming the entire market, literally, every media company almost is owned by like 3 major companies. And so we talk about the word monopoly, right? You're not supposed to have a monopoly in the United States. None of that is supposed to be relevant. None of it. So we sit here and we bitch about all these people consuming and these businesses consuming all these companies and literally creating a major monopoly. Well, we kind of see, it's like every time I open the browser now, it's like Elon Musk is going to buy this. Elon Musk is going to buy that. Elon Musk is going to buy this. Well, that's one person. Okay, so because, we like Elon Musk, now we kind of justify, I mean, I'm not being a Debbie Downer here. I'm just saying, is this how we do it? I just want to know. I just want to make sure that I'm doing things correctly because the policies and the behavioral patterns change on this stuff. So let's just say Elon Musk goes and he acquires TikTok. Let's say Elon Musk goes and he acquires CNN. Let's say he goes and, screw it, he goes and buys freaking Amazon, right? Is that okay? Is that okay because, he's on our team? Kind of. I don't even know if he's on our team, right? I don't even know. He makes electric cars. So I don't know if he's on our team because electric cars does not do anything better for our environment than what coal does. Really, if you go back and look at what water does and how they destroy the water system and how it takes hundreds of years for the water to recover and filter itself out from all the toxins we do to it. I'm not one of those jump on board with every single thing that my quote unquote team does. I technically don't have a team, right? I have an opinion on things that's formulated by myself for my understanding on how I see things. But what is your opinion in regards to, Elon Musk? Every time you open your browser, it's Elon Musk this, Elon Musk that. And great, right? Because I'm kind of guilty, right? I see that. I'm like, oh, okay, he could buy TikTok. Cool. All right. That's okay. But, a week ago, if it would have been somebody on the other end of the spectrum that could have been buying TikTok, we'd have been like, well, that's probably not legal. It's just crazy how we just kind of pick and choose. I don't like the fact of this. And we've learned all this. We've learned all this together. I don't like the fact that we give such small groups of people this immense power to dictate our life. And then somehow we run through this matrix trying to find happiness in that. I don't like the fact that private companies have the ability to have such power in regards to social media platforms like Mark Zuckerberg. What a shit show, man. Really? Okay, so let's look at that. He goes and has a meeting with Trump. He comes out, he does a live stream, says, hey, guess what? Free speech is back, bitches. And it's kind of weird because I'm seeing people celebrate that, right? Why, though? Why aren't we asking that question? Why aren't we asking that question in regards to why did Zuckerberg so effortlessly come forward and, good morning, Morgan. Why did Mark Zuckerberg so effortlessly come forward and just flip the tune and literally go against every single donor he's had for the last, 12 years? 12? This whole movement that they've tried to infiltrate within our own standard of living over the last 12, 16, maybe 20 years. Well, all of a sudden that meeting with Trump or Mark Zuckerberg just comes and just out of the blue just says, hey, man, we're good. No more fact checkers. I got an idea. It's probably because his fact checkers, it's a good possibility, but I'm just saying his fact checkers could actually have to fact check his sorry shit too. And the corruption behind the social media platform that could probably destroy the entire company. If we breach this manufactured reality, and if people are open enough to actually see it for what it really is, man, I don't even know what would happen, right? But what has to be to a point to where somebody like Mark Zuckerberg just blatantly comes forward and says, I'm just going to, what, free speech is cool again. It's this game we play. You know what I mean? It's this game we play. So then we'll wait 4 more years, and then we'll just be like, hey, that got a little out of control. Here's my question. And I'm talking to YouTube. I'm talking to Facebook. I'm talking to all these major mainstream platforms. Do you care at all about the amount of people and their lives and their businesses that you destroyed? Do you care at all? Because, I had some pretty significant accounts. What up, Roger Rabbit? Damn right you're here, bro. You're late yesterday. I've had some pretty significant accounts that got shut down. And now we go to find out that all of that stuff that I talked about was true. So where's the reversal? Where's the reversal for all my friends that had pages that had millions of followers that just because they spoke what was legitimate, factual truth, that they got punished for it? Man, think about the rewiring of the psyche when that's what you have to deal with is that we don't know what to say. We don't know when to say it. We don't know how to say it. We don't. We have no clue because the way that the rules change every single day, the way that the patterns change in regards to language and being offended over every damn thing that comes across our plate, we can't keep up with it. Because we've learned to accommodate emotion instead of policy. Right? Facts over feelings type of things, but it's feelings over facts now. That's what our country has done to dictate their policies, that they are accommodating emotions. Not the actual facts in regards to what could really happen if we did stupid shit like this. Right? We're not going to think about that. We're going to think about, let's make that little group super happy so they can tell their little super happy friends, so their little super happy friends can come vote for my sorry manipulative ass. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just weird about the Elon Musk thing. I'm weird about the grand takeover of everything. I guess at the end of the day, I'm just kind of sick and tired of people just kind of telling me what I need to think, feel, and be happy and celebrate, Corruption is okay as long as it's on our team. I'm not cool with that. I'm not saying Elon Musk is corrupt. I'm just saying that if we're going to bitch because the other team is doing it, then let's bitch when we do it too. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? I know it's kind of weird. People get mad. Like anytime I bring up Jesus, everybody gets mad because I'm not aligned with your perfect view on how you believe in the Bible, right? Because my version's way different than yours. But at the end of the day, we believe in the same person. I don't care how we get there, right? I don't need to debate with you on how you choose to spiritually feel because you haven't gone through my path and I haven't gone through yours. So, when you look at somebody and you ask them for an opinion on something, it's going to vastly change based off experience, right? It's going to vastly change based off experience. You can't go to somebody who's never done a drug before and say, what does it take to get off of heroin? What is the struggle? What is the physical struggle? Let's not even talk about the emotional struggle. And then some people can tell you what they learned and what heroin withdrawal feels like. They've studied it, and I appreciate that. You got to understand it. But they can't speak empathetically. And that's the most important part. That's why people will call me up about Reels. And, they ask me if I use CapCut. And I use everything, right? Seriously, I use everything. I got so many licenses and programs in regards to video content. But I don't use, when it comes to important content, I don't use AI. I don't use these certain programs that chop and block for you. I was trying to explain it to my sister on how I do it. I call it I got a term for it. It's like the chop and block. I got my own term. I come up with shit. You know what I'm saying? I come up with terms. That's what I do. That's who I am. I'm the term whisperer. But what AI doesn't do in articles and research and reels, you always see these commercials on social media. Go viral, go viral, go viral. If you go viral because you're using one of those programs, it's because it was luck. It has nothing to do with that program making your video any more viral than any other video. It don't. It's the selling point. And because there's a small percentage that your video could go viral, they can advertise it like that. Let us make your next viral video right here, bitches. when you use stuff like that, just like with those AI websites, I went in and I've tried every single one of them. I wanted to try to research the language. So I went and I tried every single AI website builder, where you can build a website in 2 minutes. Cool. Let me do that. So the language is the exact same. It's so when people use AI, it is putting us into a different type of Facebook reality, right? So our Facebook reality is a regurgitation center. It's the compartment, right? It's where when we get super pissed, what do? We go to Facebook or we go to Twitter and we're like, fuck you, everybody, right? Look at me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, I do it too. It feels good sometimes. But where does that go? It goes nowhere, right? It goes nowhere. And so where am I going? So I'm talking about the Facebook censorship, and I'm talking about AI. So it's kind of the same thing, but not human, right? So we go to Facebook, but what AI is doing is it's using the same language that the Google, because AI really, if you think about it, we have different types of AI, but all kind of have the same brain, right? And it's not artificial. It's not intelligence. It's what it's doing is that it's gathering all the information that already exists in regards to your request. It's no different than what a search engine does, just more detailed. They've been probably using this for a lot longer than we realize. It's not intelligent. It's just grabbing what already is. It's not coming up with, well, I guess in some ways it does come up with new ways, but that's super advanced shit, way beyond our sorry asses that can figure it out. But when you build these websites and you do these videos, it's using the same language. So what you're doing is when you think you're getting ahead of the game, you're actually jumping into a pool full of millions of people using the exact same search language as you. And your website won't do shit. Same thing with the videos. Emotion. Look at radio hosts. Okay, I lost my shit about Megan. God, I keep forgetting her name. The chick who used to be on Fox News. I lost my shit because she did a report about that guy wearing clothespins. Holy crap, there it is. Number one, I made it 19 minutes. And I kind of know where I'm at right now because we're talking about the Facebook algorithms, the regurgitation. Oh, God. When you use AI video editors, the most important parts get missed because the parts that matter to you, AI don't know. AI only knows what the average statistic is. So it's going to produce it in that form. It doesn't know how to sell your emotion. It doesn't know how to produce that. It doesn't know how to end and what words to use and where to stop it. And I don't even know if you can train AI to do that. And so that's going back to in journalism, right? That's what journalists do. And man, I'm guilty. Like yesterday was the first time I did my show and I lost my shit and I wasn't supposed to. I didn't even talk about it. I had this fun stuff lined up. I was going to do like comparisons of back then versus now. And it's just like, I just get a little upset at the world, man. I mean, everybody look around and look at your life and look at how fucking hard you have to try every single day just to figure out how to eat. And, I'm sorry, man, that shit gets old. We hear all these speeches, we hear all these political fucking parties, and we hear all this shit, man, that they want to sell us all the time because we want to feel better, right? So we're so desperate to feel better that we're willing to even accept bullshit. That's what we do. We're willing to even accept bullshit, and we take it gladly, and then we get super mad because that bullshit didn't turn into a diamond. And it's just like, well, wait a minute. You knew it wasn't going to, but it helped you at that moment. It helped you at that moment. That's why we say sometimes immediate results produce long-term consequences. Because, you see that a lot in the corporations, where they sit there and got to do some stupid shit to try to manipulate some numbers, to try to shift this over here. And, in that board meeting, it looks real good. Everybody celebrates. They go have some drinks. And then, 90 days later, when you do your next quarterly, you're like, holy shit. It's going to come back. It's going to balance. It always does. So, the reason why I wanted to do this morning stuff is because I didn't want to get angry. I didn't want to get angry, but I get angry, right? I get angry because I feel like I live in a world that treats us like fools. that disrespects our own intelligence and our struggles are not important until it happens to them, but we need to pay attention to their struggles. You realize how alone you are in this world when you struggle. You do. You realize that. And just accept it. Just accept it. You don't expect people to come and celebrate with you. Don't expect people to come and be really mad about you. People are so desperate for their own sanity. That's really, at the end of the day, and I'm not justifying anybody's behavior, but we are so desperate for a little bit of fucking sanity that, we mean no disrespect sometimes when we shut our doors and our windows and our blinds. It's just sometimes we need to breathe too. I have people that get mad at me because I don't call them enough up north. I don't keep in touch enough, right? Apparently, I'm the only one with the phone. It's that game. That's what I'm talking about. It's that game that I'm mad at you because I haven't heard from you in 4 or 5, 6 months. But shit, apparently you're a Neanderthal and where you live don't have phone lines, right? So they have every single second of life available to them to do exactly what they're mad at you about, but they won't do it because it serves them more to be mad at you instead of them saying, fuck, I should have did it too. That's just kind of the world that we live in. Anyways, I want your opinions. Elon Musk, they're talking about him acquiring TikTok. I like TikTok. I do. I've always had a problem with the attack on TikTok because I would like this. This was my request. If all of you remember this was my request. In regards to TikTok, show me where the major concerns of the TikTok, policies are. Show me that part. And then prove to me that no other companies are doing it in America, like Facebook, like, all those, like Twitch. And show me that TikTok is the only company that's doing what you claim is so bad of data capturing and stealing people's information. Tell me what they're doing that other companies aren't. Or is it the fact that TikTok just started making so much damn money that Facebook and all these other companies, Instagram and everybody else started feeling in their little perky buttholes? Because they're greedy. It's all about money. Our whole existence, it's all about money, not about happiness. And that's not a negative comment. It's a reality that we can see and we can learn to fucking work around it, man, because I ain't got time for that shit. And I don't have time to spill coffee all over my face. You know what I'm saying, Roger Rabbit? All right, so MyPillow.com. I want MyPillow.com. I want MyPillow.com. Go to MyPillow.com. Mike Lindell. I mentioned a little bit about him yesterday. I'm not going to get into this whole tirade every time I talk about MyPillow.com. I respect the fact of where he comes from. He's been through a lot, man. And I'm not talking about politically. That's a whole different story. I respect the fact of where he's been from in real life. And when I went back and says, I'd like to see somebody who's never experienced drug addiction to explain to me the withdrawals of drug addiction. I'm not saying it's bad that you don't know. I'm glad that you don't. But don't talk to me like you do and then try to advise me on what I need to do. That's all. That's my point, right? But MyPillow.com, if you use code word meatball, you get a shit ton of discounts, man. They basically give away the house. They're always doing it. They have so many different products. Here's what I use. I got the pillow. And true transparency. I had a couple people tell me they don't like it. I says, you don't like it because you don't like Mike. That's why you don't like it. All right? You can't vote for Kamala Harris and then come and brag about this pillow, right? I love the pillow. I do. I love it. And then the slippers. The robe is huge. If you're from up north, the robe is what you want because he built those robes for northern people, because it's thick. It's like a blanket. But I like the slippers because the slippers you can wear at Walmart. Bad comparison. The slippers you can wear in public. You know what I'm saying? You can go to normal places in these slippers and people would think that they're like those moccasins. Remember those shoes? Those shoes is probably racist today if we did that shit. But you remember the moccasins? That was pretty cool. So MyPillow.com, use code word meatball at checkout and get a huge discount. We really appreciate it. That's kind of what keeps this breathing. And don't forget, StucciMedia.com. StucciMedia.com. Add in a bunch of shows you guys can see here. Let me do a little screen. Let's do a boom. So StucciMedia.com. Add in shows, Champ Prather. I had Abnormal Realities. This here is a little fluke. I got to fix that. I don't know what happened there. It's that lazy low stuff. All this is somehow and for some reason it like grew. So I don't know why. But these are different shows. We just added We Are the Hansons. And then here we got the news. Alex Jones, desperate attempt to save info. This is actually going to be the next story that we talk about. But we have daily information. We have daily news. And we have videos from all over the place. So we got a whole bunch of fun stuff. Yeah, something's going on. Something screwed up with the website. I got to go in there and check it out, see what's happening. So anyways, go to StucciMedia.com. And that's where all the cool things happen. And then you go to podcasts, like here. Let's go to Chat Prather. Now watch this be screwed up. So you can just go to here. I got to add his image, but so that's where you can find all his shows. It's kind of like YouTube. If you go to, what did I add in yesterday? Was it Abnormal Realities or was it the Rocci Stucci show? But one of them I added in the banner. Let me try this one because it looks pretty good with the banner too. I don't know which one it was. It was probably Robert Bauer. Rockin' around, what's going on? Anyways, one of them, I put the banner in and I made it look all good and fancy and sexy and all that other stuff. So, if you go there, if you have a show, whatever it is that you have, if you're interested, come and let me know. I'm looking for skilled quality shows. I'm not looking for just anything. I'm not, and I will be a dick. So, or you will think I'm being a dick, and I'm not. I'm looking to build something here: media site, audio site, video site. So bring your skill, bring your talent, and bring information. Right. So we got a lot of cool things happening that I have not gone public on because it seems to backfire on me every time I do. A lot of things are working right now. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because this phase of my life I'm done with and I'm ready for a new. You know what I mean? And I think that the start of the show was important to do because it really wasn't a good time because it's just this rebuilding, which so many people are going to be doing now, is rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. We'll sit there and we will use that as a reason to not do so many other different things because, we have to focus on this. Man, I tell you, if I could do all the stupid shit I did when I was sick and all that other bullshit. Yeah, so this is what a podcast page looks like. This is Robert Bowers. Look, that's 2 pages already. I just pointing out some content. Oh, well, I see. I screwed up here. Oh, this is a podcast main page. Got you. All right. I got to go to Bowers now. There's Bauer. So that was just the main page of all the podcasts. So here's Bowers. So Bowers staying busy too. You guys got to get over there and check these shows out. I appreciate the support. I don't know how I've gotten all this done. Working with some other people trying to figure out, rebuild the life and figure out a new direction here and trying to do it without allowing real raw bullshit to do what it does so well and destroy everything. It's one of those things where you fight so hard that there is no other options but success. You will go to your grave until you get it just because people suck. And I won't be defeated by little cockroaches, I think I ate an ant yesterday, by the way. ADHD of talk radio. I thought I ate an ant. So I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I noticed a couple ants on the counter right next to my bread. After I took a big bite. Could have been there. Maybe not. I did kind of taste a little something different. They're called ghost ants. You almost can't see them, but I thought I tasted it. Can't confirm. It could have been just bad peanut butter. Who knows? All right, so let's get back here. Because there's a story here I do want to talk about. I say something. I say things, right? I say things. I do. I say things. I said something yesterday, and I've said something multiple times in the past about Alex Jones. Rockarana. Mary Mansfield. What's up, Mary Mansfield? Can you guys do me a favor? As long as I have all you here, can you just validate? Is the sound okay? Is everything okay on your end? I'm using new software. That's why I'm not on Facebook. I became a chicken shit, and I went through some things this morning trying to get some things figured out. And I had some errors, and I almost had to revert. I didn't like yesterday. I didn't like the sound that I had, and I didn't like that little glitch I had at the end of the show. And that's that bullshit online streaming stuff. So I went back to the big boy stuff. I went back to the Ron Phillips stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit more technical. Sounds and looks great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's talk about Alex Jones for a minute. or for 15, whatever you want to do. It's your time, right? You have me for a whole hour. Yeah, speaking of, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Rocci Stucci Show. Just go to my YouTube channel. I'm doing the main distribution actually throughout the day, so I do the recording in the morning, and then I push it out. So if you guys want to come and hang out for the live, just go to my YouTube channel and come and hang out with Mary and Roger Rabbit and Rock and Rhonda, Miss Morgan Snow, right here at the Rocci Stucci Show. Alex Jones. I think, really quick, before I get into Alex Jones, I'm really kind of proud of myself right now. It's for the record. For the record, because I started doing the correct intro. At the bottom of the hour, I did my MyPillow drop. I did Stucci Media drop. I'm on it. Like yesterday, I got off the show. I went out. Lisa goes, how'd it go? I said, it sucked. She says, what do you mean? I said, I don't know, man. I just hit go, and I just bitched for an hour. What happened? That's live radio, man. You just go with it. And then I actually thought, should I take it down? No, I'm not going to take it down. It's real raw freaking emotion, and people are sick of the bullshit. That's all. I was just speaking what a lot of people think. I just went a little aggressive. Don't even care. You know what I mean? All right, so here, let me ask you guys something about Alex Jones. What is your take on him? And I'm not talking about a personality, because we know what he does, why he does it. We get it. We get all that. We get all that. Yesterday was... Mary, damn it. See what I'm saying? That's why. That's why, man. See, I wish I would have known that yesterday. I could have said that all day. I was like, it was a full moon. It was one of those, what was it? Didn't it have a weird name like vampire, fang, throat bleeding moon or something like that? I don't know. You know, those kind of make me feel important when we put some really cool terms to what kind of moon it is. But yeah, man, you know what? I'm starting to understand that this moon stuff really plays with people's face. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't got time for it. So I put a moon shield up. I don't know if you know that. I'm kind of a moon shield whisperer. I build moon shielders to protect myself from those retrogrades, or whatever you call them. Gatorades, retrogrades. What do you call them? But anyways, I got a Faraday cage that I put over my house. No, I don't. I really don't. But in my mind, I do. And they say that you can manifest things, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Anyways, let's go. So let me ask everybody now a serious question. That was smooth. Did you see that? Alex Jones. Let me ask. What is your take on Alex Jones? A wolf. See, hold on. Time out. Hold on. Damn it. A wolf moon? Really? I like wolf moons. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. You know, you name a moon a wolf moon, man, we're good. Rocky, what's wrong? Wolf moon, bitch. Haven't you fucking read? It's a wolf moon. Man, you're not supposed to go anywhere, I say. It's wolf moon and out, bro. It's like Purge. Ooh, I got a list. Okay, so it's been taking me 45 minutes now to get talking about Alex Jones. Rock and Rhonda says, follow Jones ever since he snuck. Same here. 100%. Right? Hey, there it is. Rhonda, I honestly... So when Alex Jones snuck into Bohemian Grove, man, think about the balls it took. Seriously. I've done some pretty crazy shit in my days. This dude literally, I mean, he would show up at those world conventions, you know, the big summits. You guys know what I'm talking about. The World Economic Forum. Who? I don't know, man. You know, some people are super shy and bashful. When he went and he broke into this Bohemian Grove and some of the most influential people in the world, I hate even using that term influential because they're not influential in my standard of influence, right? I hate that term with them. It's just like calling somebody never mind. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. To have the balls to sneak into that place and to get that footage. And my goodness, man, that's something beyond, right? And so I always said, when you have the mainstream media, if Alex Jones was such a wackadoodle, if he was so out there, and the skull and yeah, 100%. I went cow tipping one time, and I was nervous about that. You know, just to kind of break it into a field in the middle of the night where nobody could see me. I was nervous, man. I was like, there's FBI and shit was going to come and raid me. And I never cow tipped. And I don't think anybody ever has. And I don't think I've ever met anybody who's actually knocked over a cow, but told me they would cow tip. I don't get it. Kind of weird. Like saying you have allergies when you don't, you know. The balls it took, man, to go into this Bohemian Grove stuff is pretty crazy. And I've always said, you know, all these years watching the media just attack the shit out of him. And I would say to Lisa, I'm like, you know, if he's such a wackadoodle conspiracy theorist, who cares what he says? I mean, are we not an intelligent species to where we can sit here and dictate on our own behalf on, you know, what's real and what's not? Apparently not, right? Apparently not. That's why I had such a problem with QAnon. Never supported it, never would. Had a hard time even reading the posts that were whatever you guys call them, right? Q drops or whatever they were. I don't chase phantoms. We can't say that we're the scholars of truth when their source of information is coming from someone we have no fucking idea who it is. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. Sounds pretty logical to me. I don't care who you think it is. I don't care who they think it is. I don't care. I need to know, right? Before I go on the streets and start raising those flags and pumping my chest, I need to make sure that the source of information I got was reliable, that I'm not following some plant, you know, some secret little agent clown that's sitting here trying to create something that doesn't exist. Get what I'm saying? So I always knew Alex Jones was onto something when the media attacked him so viciously. And this was before the Sandy Hook thing. Media always went after him as a conspiracy theorist. So here's my next question to everybody. I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Let me get over here. What screen am I on here? Mary says, I found Alex Jones listening to Coast. I've always thought he'd be the canary in the coal mine. Ain't that, so that's 100% Mary, right? What has he been wrong on? That's a legitimate question that I'm really, anybody who hates and despises Alex Jones, I'm talking to you. What has he been wrong on? Okay, he's been loud. He's been annoying. He's been very theatrical. Get it? 100%. It's TV, right? Let's not forget what we're watching here, okay? Because if he was boring and monotone, you wouldn't be watching his ass. Just saying. Because there's a million other people talking about a lot of similar content that he talks about. So presentation, what makes you different? What makes you different? What makes you different? 4 words you ask yourself every single day. What makes you different? When I talk to these shows and podcasts, when I talk to businesses, okay, what makes you different? Because what you're asking of me is to do the same thing everybody else is doing, but yet your heart is saying you want to go here. Well, you can't go up here if you want to stay here doing what everybody else is doing in that AI language matrix. You know what I mean? But I can't find a lot of things to where I can say he was wrong. You know, the gay frogs, accurate as son of a bitch. We are pissing so much pharmaceuticals into our rivers because our bodies, you know, exhaust what it doesn't need or whatever, however, you know what I'm saying? So our fish and frogs are literally changing because our psychotic, over-medicated asses are pissing so much medication into our waterways that we're changing the DNA structure of animals. We're changing it. I don't know. Interesting, though, that if we can do it to those, you know, other species, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going? If we can somehow, through some concoction of medication, convert frogs to be male to female or whatever the F, why couldn't we do that to humans? I mean, look at how we're living now. We're still more worried about what somebody identifies as than a half a state caught on fire. Really. Really, people are still being offended about, you know, if you're a girl with a beard, I don't know what to call you. You know, so don't get pissed off because you want to be some kind of fucking circus act and somehow you think the public world is supposed to know all your rules. Like, we're supposed to show up and be like, oh, there's that one girl that I got the memo on. She identifies as this today. So, got to approach this. But tomorrow may be different because, apparently in our new science, you can identify, pick and choose. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you choose. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever you choose. The problem is you get to a point where you think everything's a conspiracy. Because what isn't? What isn't, really? Go back historically. Go back to the Panama Canal, because we're hearing all this talk about the Panama Canal right now. We assassinated the Panamanian president because we didn't want them to give the lease to Japan because American workers built the Panama Canal. So what if Japanese workers built the Panama Canal? Or what if the Panamanian people built the Panama Canal? Because a lot of them did. So do they get a cut? Do they get a percentage? Or is it just the United States can go into another country and say, fuck you, we're building it, and we're going to get the lease. And if you try to give the lease to somebody else, we're killing you. Because that's what we did. We killed the president of Panama because he was going to give the Panama Canal lease to Japan. So, you start hearing things like that. You start hearing about people that go by the term economic hitmen. I've interviewed people that work for the CIA that were economic hitmen. They go into countries and they do this. They go in and they try to bribe the country to convert to work with the United States if they choose not to, which most countries don't want to anymore because they're sick of our bullshit. We destroy their economy. We create havoc, we create chaos, and then we put in a new dictator that's going to work with us and not the bad guy, And so you start questioning, who is the bad guy? And there's the next question I have for all of you. Who's the bad guy? And who is the police against the bad guy? And I'm not talking about Trump. So let's because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of this God pedestal on Trump already, and he's not even president yet. Yes, I pray to God every single day that he's able to fix this country, but I do not bow to him like a master. But who is the good guy in this world? Think about that question, because it is not the United States. When I say that, I'm meaning governmental. So governmentally speaking, who is the bad guy? Who is the good guy? Who is the guy that we know for a fact that if shit hits the fan, that this group we can count on? Do we have one? And I'm confidently, and we can negotiate, and we can sit here and try to justify. We can say, well, it's the United States, even though we have our imperfections, we're still the freest country in the world. Bullshit. Bullshit. And that's not an anti-American. I love my country, man. I love my country, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be so pissed off at it right now. I'm pissed off at the commercial end of the country. I'm pissed off at the political side of our country. I'm proud of our country because what I see today, anytime it comes to tragedy, how I see what I need to see to keep my hope. And in that same mix, you see things that deter your hope because you have pieces of shit that think that it's the right thing to do to go around and continue starting things on fire when men and women are risking their lives every single day to put these fires out, while families are looking at everything they lost. And yet these psychopathic freaks want to go around and they want to sit here and continue the chaos. That's why when we talked about Antifa and Black Lives Matter, none of it was for a movement. None of it was for a cause. When we talk about reparations, the chances are about 90%, and this is just me throwing numbers, I have nothing to support this, so don't be source your facts. The chances are 90% of people could give a shit about slavery. The chances are 90% of people could give a shit. The only thing that they care about, and this is why slavery would be important to them, is because they could get a paycheck, and or that victimization allows them to be able to be an animal and allow the animalistic behavior to be justified because they're an oppressed class. That's our world. That's our world. So you'll have people that will justify the pieces of shit that broke into our storage unit because they're probably an oppressed class, right? And then you'll have somebody like me who will get prosecuted because I put a bat upside their fucking face protecting what little I had left. And the whole world will sit here and look at me as a bad man because what I did to a person of oppression. We have weaponized our language and we have weaponized our history, so much so that even other countries now are talking like the United States was the founder of slavery. That's how stupid we are as a nation, as a world. Mary says, unclear. I think we have good guys. See, that's what I'm saying. It's unclear. We don't have that shining hero on the hill that always used to be what I thought was the United States. I always thought the United States was like the global police in a good way. Like we walk to a different tune. That's how I was raised, Mary. That's how I was raised. And whenever there was bad people doing bad things, we showed up. Our troops showed up and we kicked their ass. And we said, you don't do this to good, innocent people because freedom, bitches. And I don't even know what freedom is anymore. I don't know what freedom is anymore. If I ask somebody that question, what is freedom? What is it? When I go brag to other people in other countries about freedom, what is it that I'm bragging about that I have that they don't? What is it? What is our definition of freedom? We get so caught up in the regurgitation of language that the language becomes more important than the reality. It becomes more important than the reality. And so as long as we say it, it's real. So freedom, it's real, right? But it's really not. It's really not. And so we sit here and we allow the world to dictate the way we think. And go back to Alex Jones. The whole world thinks he's some crazy bastard, and he's not. The dude's probably one of the smartest guys you'll ever meet. I know people that know him personally, very good friends with him. He is a workaholic. He's very difficult to work for. There's a lot of bad things they say about him, but they're loyal to him because it's who he is. It's his passion. And he may go down in history. He may go down in history as being the new age. What is it? Time Revere? Who am I saying the right name? The British are coming. The British are coming. Paul Revere, right? Paul Revere. Somebody help me out over there in the chat room. Paul Revere. By the way, folks, you can go on and you can go on to the YouTube channel. The show is going to be broadcasting over there on the YouTube channel. I think that's just going to be easier to broadcast on the YouTube channel. And then I'll post out everywhere else. It's just, they don't need to worry about all these different platforms. And this is a good spot anyways. And this is where all the people I love hang out. And Facebook is stupid, and I don't want to worry about those games. Yes, Paul Revere. Thank you, Mary. You think about it, and I'm not glorifying him. I have no reason to. I have no reason to. We're looking at the guy. He's trying to save himself from going bankrupt because mainstream destroyed him. Because why? Why would mainstream put so much energy into destroying the entire existence of InfoWars or Alex Jones if he's such a wackadoodle conspiracy theorist? I'm just saying, why aren't we asking that question? Why are they investing so much time and energy to shut a man up who is irrelevant to them? I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, when you think about what he was talking about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, has all come true today. He was talking about the vaccines. He was talking about all of every single thing that we're witnessing today. The dude seemed to have talked about it 5 years ago. I don't know. So how could you think? I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. When you actually just spend a few minutes to validate information to find out the authenticity of it, and then the debate's done. But people won't do that. They just won't, because it's not accommodating that emotion shit, man. And they would rather hate on Alex Jones no matter how accurate he was, because it goes against what their feelings want to be real. And I think that we've created that through social media to where we have taught people how to speak differently because we're so paranoid to speak, that we have actually been at war. There has been a war against our minds now for a long effing time, and we are failing because the more you think about different ways we think and why we think, we're like, holy shit, we took the bait on so much, everything. We took the bait on everything. Colin Kaepernick, you can tell me that wasn't bait? Because when he kneeled down, if we didn't even blink an eye towards it, that would have never been a thing. Kneeling for the national anthem would have never been a thing. But us conservatives had to get super mad. We had to get super mad because somebody, I don't give a shit. What I care about is what I'm doing during the national anthem, right? But no, we want to stomp our feet, man. We want to worry about everybody else because, you know, America, we empower what we hate. We empower what we hate to protect what we fear. Damn, I just came up with that. Holy shit. Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. We empower what we hate. What was the second part? I hope somebody wrote that shit down. I got to go back and play that now. I come up with shit, man, just like that. It's called the ADHD emotional meatball effect. It gives people goosebumps in weird places. You know what I'm saying? It gives people goosebumps in weird places. Anyways, folks, hey, you can catch the show, the Rocci Stucci Show, every Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. Right here. Just go to my YouTube channel. Of course, you can listen to the podcast. Go to StucciMedia.com, STUCCI, StucciMedia.com, StucciMedia.com. And you'll find my show there. You'll find a whole, that site's growing every week. I picked up some clients. I got some big projects going on. So you'll see that there'll be some weeks where it slows down a little bit, but then you'll see when I'm getting caught up because I'll get more. I've been working on this site for about 2 months, you know, touch and go, but it's getting there and it's looking better and better. And I'm figuring it out. So get on over there, StucciMedia.com, like, subscribe on the website, do whatever you got to do. Just make sure you come and hang out with the meatball. We got a lot of things coming up that will be announced. We have 2 more shows. They're going to be announced here. They're just going to be 1 day a week for 1 hour, but they're going to be fun. And a whole bunch of other things. But we got cool things happening, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you, man. The meatball is back. The emotional meatball right here. The Rocci freaking Stucci Show. I love this song. I don't know what it is. It kind of like puts me back in a different time. Kind of feel like I'm in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? The Rocci Stucci Show, folks. StucciMedia.com. I love each and every one of you guys. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You come right here, come to my YouTube channel, and we will sit down as a family, as one, and love each other. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being here. On behalf of me and the Rocci Stucci Show, for my family to yours, much love and much respect. And don't forget rule number 1. Somebody help me out. Rule number 1, you don't take shit from nobody. I love you guys.